I'm about to take you away to his green room. We do have a green room.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm okay here.
All right.
We can hang out. You know, one of the things that happens for me in my career is you know, people think because of where I go and you know, the things I've done, I think people forget or don't believe or don't think about the fact of how res I was and am. And so, you know, especially for, you know, res folk, just so you know, I came. I grew up in a HUD house. I grew up in a HUD house with 2 unfinished walls for my bedroom. You know, in fact, we had to move into the house early before it was done because our old house burned down. And so the front and back porch weren't done, so we had to use a ladder for a month to get into our house. So, you know, instead of salmon fishing Spokanes, we were mesa dwelling Hopis for a month. Climbing up our ladder. You know, so I grew up across the street from the tribal school. You know, I grew up a half mile from where my mom was born, and my mom was born in the house where her mom was born. My mom and dad met on the res when he was 5 and she was 13, and she helped him get a drink at a water fountain, which is cute and creepy. But our clans aren't as, you know, separate as yours. You know, we can marry, really close. But so I mean, just so you know, so I mean, you know, I live a bigger life now. But you know, I came from a small place. You know, really small. There's 1,500 of us. That isn't even like a block with you guys. You know, so you know, all 250,000 of you. But the thing about, you know, down here, when I get down here at the Pueblos and the Navajos and all you tribes down here, is the way in which you guys were able to hold on to your culture in a way other tribes were not. You have an incredible amount of beauty, and you inspire a lot of envy and appreciation among other Indians. You know, we get mad at you because sometimes you get a little this way. But we also quietly celebrate you too because of your power. And you help us out a lot. There's so many of you. Your numbers help all of us. You know, when we start talking about the number of Indians in the country, you bring that number up really high. But the thing to remember, and I tell this as I travel around Indian country, is, you know, you can't let the animosities around you, close to us, affect how you feel about yourself. One thing I've learned is that the world loves us. The world loves us and aches to hear our stories. Everywhere I've gone in the world, and I've been in 38 countries, they love us and they want to hear the stories. And not just traditional stories. They want to know how we're living our lives now. They want to know everything about us. And so, you know, when you're feeling insecure about yourself, when you're feeling sad, when you don't know what you're going to do with your life, and you're dealing with those same struggles. I mean, I'm a recovering alcoholic. My dad died of alcoholism 5 years ago. You know, I deal with depression still. Just know that there's a little light out there. People care, and people are listening, and they want to listen. And you have so much beauty inside of your cultures, and you have, you know, inside your tribes it's been tapped, but it has yet to really explode out into the world. I keep waiting. I was teasing some students today here. Somebody needs to write that Navajo Harry Potter. I mean, you've got so much magic in your culture. I mean, there's so much. Some little Indian boy or girl story that, you know, you got so much magic. You got witches roaming around. She's wearing white shoes right now. So just know that, you know, there's ways in which you can take the beauty of your culture and you can tell it into stories that everybody can listen to. And you can still protect what's sacred, but you can take what's beautiful too and go out into the world with it because people want to hear it. And there's so much beauty inside all of your tribes. I'm looking forward to hearing it. I want you to write it. I want you to tell it. I'm a big fan of Indians, and I'm a big fan of Indian stories. So tell your own stories, man. Tell your own stories.
Thank you very much. And one student I went to Washington, D.C. with, he says, you know what, that college is like a school of Harry Potters. You know, we have these drumsticks and these sorcerers. Because we're such a rich, powerful cultural base, you know, we have all these stories and songs that we can transcend. We can create things. And that's what these students were talking about. So I want to say that much on behalf of all of our students, staff, faculty who are not here. And I'm on my way to Phoenix, actually, and just wanted to stop by and touch base, and going to go fight for some funding for all of our campuses at our legislature. So, just want to let you know that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.